Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms, and the time has finally come to check out Nerissa. I know many of you have been waiting patiently for me to do this, but here we are. We're going to do full testing today. We'll see, make sure all of her skills work, check out her gears, definitely going to making sure that all of her skills work, check some integrations as far as like Ferssi on top of her. Does the buff stack? Does it not? Those kinds of things are all going to be in this video. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alrighty, so we have Nerissa here. She has a very interesting kind of look. She doesn't have any kind of video, which some of these heroes, I think they should do a little more videos on. Maybe not standard legendaries like this. Maybe this kind of right not to do that. But either way, it's a very cool looking hero. I actually think that the colors might be a little too, I don't know. They just seem like they all kind of blend together too well. It's a lot of purple going in there, and it's really hard to make out what the difference is with her. Yeah, she's not bad looking, but pretty cool looking unit, I guess. I don't really know what else to say about it. Extra arms coming out the back. She has the two here, two down here. Octopus legs, or bottom, I should say. No legs. And then whatever these things are coming off her back here. It looks like a mix between tentacles and whatever else. Anyways, so she is an ESO faction unit, which means she can go under Nastia, she can go under Cyrus, she can go under Venoma. And now we know that Venoma has some recent buffs coming in as I'm making this video, but Nastia increases faction team members' damage against targets inflicted with debuffs by 5% per debuff, up to 40% increase. This isn't going to really benefit her too much, but it could work well in something like Abyss, because she could be coming along with a Nastia poison style squad. But you could run her with Cyrus as well, where he reduces the cost of skills by 25%. When an ally is defeated or retreats, increases the damage of other faction team members by 25% for 8 seconds. This effect can be triggered one time every 12 seconds. So this is something you could consider doing. Running a Cyrus maybe as a tank, maybe even an Abyss or a APOC 2 would be a good idea. And then we have the standard reduction of team faction members' skill cost by 15% from the epics here. Alright, so working together with the ESO faction team is actually kind of cool, and it is a healer. So it'll be very interesting to see how she actually plays out. I definitely think that she's probably going to be better than Ferssi if you're going to get that Awaken level 1. Alright, so promotions, just really quick. First promotion is Siren Song, second promotion is Stats, third promotion is Dark Onslaught, fourth promotion is Stats, fifth promotion is Talent Enhanced, and then sixth promotion is Stats. I think the Talent Enhanced is probably an ideal promotion to get to, but then again, like I always say, you should always promote your heroes to level 6 anyways to get the most out of their stats. So it's very important to have your stats high. Alright, so under the skills, let's check out the talent first. Applies Abyssal Favor to one allied hero with the highest attack in range. So I'm assuming that, would she have to go down second? We'll find out actually. What is Abyssal Favor though? Its bearer gains 20% inspiration from Nerissa. Is this a big deal? Probably not, because you're going to be bringing some kind of inspiration unit along anyways. But it is something. It's always nice to have. When taking damage, recovers 5% HP and grants Nerissa 1 point of black pearls. This effect can trigger up to 1 times within 2 seconds. Each trigger increases Abyssal Favor's HP regen effect by 10%, up to 100%. That's really nice, up to 100% increase coming out of Abyssal Favor, and it also does earn you some black pearls. Each single target heal grants 1 point of black pearls. What is black pearls? Every 4 points of black pearls collected forms 1 point of atrophy. Well, what is atrophy? Atrophy is the ultimate can only be cast with above 4 points. The atrophy is capped at 12 points. So just over time, you're going to get yourself some atrophy points. I don't really think you have to worry about the black pearls too much. We're going to probably pay attention to atrophy most likely. When exceeding 4 points, each point of atrophy increases the ultimate's duration by 1 second. So you can get an extra 8 seconds, I believe. Am I saying that right? Yes, 8 seconds coming out of atrophy if you have 12 points of atrophy. All right, now onto the basic attack. Single target heal. Remember, she is a healer. Applies a 100% attack-based healing to one allied unit in range. So her basic attack is just going to heal one unit at a time. And then Siren Song is the first passive. Reduces AoE damage taken by 20% for all allies in the hero's basic attack range and within one tile of Abyssal Favor bearers. So when she, over here on a talent, when a unit gets Abyssal Favor, with that to be the unit with the highest attack range, that unit and any units one tile within that unit can get the Siren Song. Okay, that's going to be a 20% AoE damage reduction, but I know already that the Awakened level 1 is going to increase that damage reduction to an extra 10%. That's going to take it up to 30% damage reduction, so keep that in mind. It is very, very strong. This is equal to Ferssi, better than Aelin as far as damage reduction goes. Alright, when HP drops below 100%, they immediately receive healing equal to 50% multiplier. So they're getting some heals, even though she's doing single target heals. Any of the Abyssal Favor bearers, or the ones next to the Abyssal Favor bearers, are going to get a heal if their HP drops at all. So they're just, HP is going to go down, she's going to heal them up with a 50% multiplier. Each target can trigger this effect up to one time every 5 seconds. Like every 5 seconds you can get that heal, okay? Dark Onslaught, the last passive here, every 4 points of atrophy, increases the hero's attack by 10% and reduces all damage taken by 8%. This damage reduction is to her in the skill, so her damage is going to be reduced by 8% for every 4 points of atrophy. That's going to equal out to 24%. When atrophy reaches 4 points or more, allies within the hero's basic attack range and one tile of Abyssal Favor bearer gain increased healing received. This is very handy. The healing received plus 20%. So I want to say that's like one of the artifacts for the, what is it, Goddess Grace, I think. It may not seem like a really good artifact, but it does seem like a very good passive skill to be had for Abyss 1 or APOC 2. So if you ever take some damage, she's going to increase the healing received. She can get that 50% multiplier, and then the healing received that they get is going to be an extra 20% because they have Abyssal Favor or they are next to a unit with Abyssal Favor. All effects reset when the ultimate ends. Okay, what is the ultimate now? Kind of curious about this one. All right, Black Swan Elegy. That costs 800, and that is scaled up here. And the initial rage is 300 and lasts for 12 seconds. And I said it could go up to, what is it? Was it Black Pearls or was it Atrophy? Atrophy is going to increase the time by 8 seconds. So the ultimate was going to go up to 20 seconds if you have 12 Atrophy. All right. When casting, the ultimate consumes all atrophy and dispels debuffs from allies in the hero's basic attack range and within one tile around Abyssal Favor. So even if one unit is out of the attack range of Nerissa, as long as the unit next to them that is within range has Abyssal Favor, that unit can get that dispel as well. Very cool. I'm thinking APOC 2 is a big one for this. So that's something to keep in mind. I think that this hero is going to be really, really good for APOC 2. It's yet to be seen yet for Abyss 1. We'll find out though. When the ultimate is activated, each basic attack now deals 15% magic damage 30 times to the enemy with the lowest HP in range. Okay, 15% magic damage is really weird. Increases damage by 60% to enemies with shields. So she's going to be able to help out with the shields on Guild Boss, Nightmare 4, Abyss 1. That's nice as well. The ultimate lasts for 12 seconds. Cannot gain Black Pearls during the ultimate. Remember, the ultimate can last for 20 seconds as well. So it could add up to a lot of damage. Is it going to? I'm not sure, honestly. It's probably not going to be too crazy. But you're going to build her high attack because she does have a little inspiration into her build, or into her kit, I mean, and that could be really useful. But yes, I do want to just kind of track back a little bit. Dispels debuffs from allies in the hero's basic attack range and anybody within one tile of a unit with Abyssal Favor. This is pretty cool, honestly. We don't have a lot of heroes that are really good, that fit along with like APOC 2 very well, getting rid of those poisons. I think they're going to be putting on a lot more debuffs in future stages coming up as well. So this can be useful. Chapter 10, stage 15 is another amazing one you could use her for, especially considering because you're bringing Esoterra's faction in there quite often anyways. This unit could help you get that done. Alright, so on to the Awakenings. Awaken level 1, we kind of peeked at a little bit. Increases AoE damage reduction from Siren's Song by 10%, and expands Abyssal Favor's range to adjacent 2 tiles. So any of the units that are within 2 tiles of a unit with Abyssal Favor, okay, will now get all of those added buffs and benefits from her passives. Alright, Awaken 2's attack plus 300. That's going to be pretty important as well for if you want to use it for inspiration. Awaken level 3 is when allies are healed by Siren's Song, they gain a shield equal to 40% of their max HP for 5 seconds. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 15 seconds. So now she's putting out shields at Awaken level 3. Very good. She's got AoE damage reduction, defensive dispel. There's so much going on here. Inspiration. The amount of things that she's bringing to the table is just ridiculous. And now she's adding shields as well. So, and Siren's Song is what it's from. And I think the Siren's Song is a passive, right? Yes. If they ever receive damage below, that brings them below 100% HP, she's going to heal. And then at Awaken level 3, she's going to apply a 40% shield of their max HP. Very, very nice. Awaken level 4 is penetration plus 8%. Awaken level 5 is every 4 points of atrophy increases the hero's healing multiplier by 5%. Okay. This effect lasts until the ultimate ends. Additionally, Siren's Song now applies Abyssal's Favor to 1 additional allied unit with the next highest attack. So that's how that's going to work. She applies it to the 1 unit with the highest attack, and then she's going to pick the next one with the highest attack, next highest attack, and apply another Abyssal Favor to them. So Awaken 5 could be pretty appealing, hard to achieve, but yeah, I would say that the Awaken 3 is really, really strong. The Awaken 1 is almost necessary for what you want to use her for, unless you're just kind of early to mid-late game kind of thing, and you're not really pushing really high numbers in Abyss 1 or APOC 2, but the 20% is still going to be very awesome, especially. And now I would say that those shields are going to be really crazy, and then the Awaken level 5 is just kind of like a niche situation, maybe Abyss 1 only, where you need to have more units with that Abyssal's Favor. Alright, on to gear. So I'm going to gear her right here with you. I think that I want to build her just like I would build a Ferssi. So I would grab Invigoration, I go attack bonus. I would do attack speed, rage regen, something along those lines. And yes, that could work. Flat attack would be nice. Crit rate doesn't really matter. We could put some crit rate on her, because why not? We have attack speed, rage regen, healing effect. No. I guess that will be the one. And then the last one here says attack speed, crit rate, flat attack, and rage regen. This is a really good one as well. Alright, onto the left side, we're going to use either Calamity or Warlord. It really depends if what you have, but we're going to go ahead for Calamity, go attack bonus, and flat attack. Do I have one with rage regen? No. If you have one with rage regen and all of those things, you can go ahead and use that. We're going to go ahead and use this one here. Now let's get rid of the flat attack, try rage regen again. Do I have one with rage regen and crit rate? No, but I have one with HP bonus. Let's level that up right now on the test server and pop it on her. Perfect. Nothing wrong with that. We'll stick that on her, okay? So, looking for attack bonus, attack speed, rage regen, HP bonus would be nice. Same thing on the breastplate if you can get it. This is what I have on my Ferssi. You could use this. Maybe I should just plop this on her. Yeah, let's take that. So, attack speed, attack bonus, rage regen. HP bonus would be nice, or healing effect. Onto the right side gear, you're either going to go with Wings of Grace or Invigoration. Either or is going to work just fine. Attack bonus, main stat, attack speed, rage regen, HP bonus with some crit rate. Because she does do a little bit of damage, but I'm not going to assume that's a lot. Attack speed, rage regen, healing effect, and attack bonus is the main stat here. And pretty much the same kind of stats on the ring. Alright. Now, artifacts. This one is questionable. You could run her with Euphoric Orb, which a lot of people do with Ferssi, and I'm going to suggest doing that. The other option you could be using is something like a Golden Scarab, would be my next best bet, or even a Taya's Balm. But Euphoric Orb is a good option because we have other healers doing more healing. And since she's doing like a single target heal, a lot of the units aren't going to be below that threshold for Taya's Balm. That could happen though, and it could be useful if she single target heals. So Taya's Balm is probably not the best, but third best. Golden Scarab being second, and Euphoric Orb is definitely going to be the first. Alright, so what we're actually going to do here is go ahead and take her into Guild Boss. I want to say Nightmare 3, Nightmare 2, one of those two, to test the AoE damage reduction. I want to see, so Ferssy's AoE damage reduction, I don't believe goes on as a buff, and I want to see if hers does. Because they might be able to stack if it does. So let's go Nightmare 2. Let's go Nightmare 2. We'll get Oleg on the team, and then we'll get Ferssi on the team as well. Put some kind of gear on Ferssi to make sure that he's staying alive. He should be fine though. Alright, that works. And then we need an Oleg. Will work. And a Ferssi. Be very thorough with the testing to make sure that everything's working as it's supposed to. Oleg is just missing his artifact. That's why it shows he doesn't have gear. It's just the artifact missing. Which is plenty anyways for Guild Boss 1 Nightmare 2. Alright, so put it on 1x. First I want to see how his damage does, or how much damage he takes from the Guild Boss, from the Inferno Road AoE hit here. See if we can catch this. Alright, what do we have? 43.8, okay. Let's restart. Have to make sure that these things work. Okay, so put down Oleg. I'm going to put down Nerissa. Now it is showing that he has the buff here. AoE damage taken minus 20%, which I don't think Ferssi shows. So we will find that out in just a moment though. Alright, so what's the damage? Like 43k? One more time here. Let's skip. Go ahead and put down Oleg by himself. I just want to confirm. I forgot to write the numbers down. 43.8. Restart. That's AoE damage, so I mean it should be. Let's get past the screen here. Put this Oleg down. Let's get Nerissa down. Now he has the damage reduction, AoE damage reduction here. Let us see here, put it in 1x to make sure if it's 43.8 before. Alright, what do we got? Where is it? 43 point something. So is that not AoE damage? I think that's AoE damage. Let us try another one here. Scorching Spit. That's definitely AoE. 40. And I can't see the darn numbers here. I think I got 43.8 both times. Let's try to put down Ferssi. Oleg. Let's put down Ferssi. Does the AoE damage reduction show up? It does actually. It's minus 25% is showing up on Oleg. So I don't know if that's new or if that was there before. I didn't think it was though. Come on now. What do we see? $43.8. That must not be AoE damage. That must be like single target to everybody on the field. So I do need to see. Take him off here. A different one. Alright, what do we have here? 5193. Let's try it one more time. Sorry, I never tried this before. Kind of weird. Alright, let's see. Let's get down Oleg. It was 5193 that time. And it should be anybody in his range AoE damage reduction. So going for the Scorching Spit this time to see if that's AoE. It looked the same, but it always shows like a weird heal on there too. I think that's Oleg's fault. But sorry, one more time. Let's see. Let's get down Oleg. Nerissa. Going for the Scorching Spit. So much stuff pops up at the same time. So that's Nerissa healing, actually. Let me see. I think I'm still seeing 43. Is this next one AoE? Infernal Roar. 43.8. I think that's the same one. It's gotta be AoE, right? Scorching Spit. It's just the same thing. Infernal Roar, Scorching Spit, Infernal Roar, Scorching Spit. Okay, let me look at the monster manual. Dragon does Scorching Dragon Breath that deals medium damage to all targets. It's an AoE. Dragon gains a shield and prepares to release a destructive spit. The only way to stop it is to break the shield as soon as possible. Dragon raises the claws, dealing damage to melee heroes within range. Let us try something else. Let's try somebody else besides Oleg here. Let us do that. You think it would work on the ground units the same as it would on the platform units, but we do need to make sure this is working right. Alright, so I want to add in... let us add in Talon and see what kind of damage she takes here. The Infernal Roar says it's AoE. Alright, here it comes. How much damage we got? 36.7. Actually, a lot more damage there. Okay. Alright, so let's get down Talon and let's get down Nerissa. So now Talon's gonna have that AoE damage reduction minus 20. Let us see here. Wait. Did she even take any damage? Well... So she gets that instant heal. I don't think it's... Is it not working? Looking closely. I can't even see the darn numbers. I think it's the same. I think she's going down about right here. And then she's getting that instant heal for HP dropping down below 100%. She's getting that 50% multiplier heal. And Nerissa's doing about 15k heals. So on her basic. It's nice. Definitely doing the job. For one unit, but we also have the... I'm not sure what these are indicating. I think this is the... It's either Atrophy or Black Pearls. I think it's Black Pearls. Let us just let it go for a minute here. Do some damage to make sure the shield goes down. Yeah, that's a Black Pearl. So when she gets 4 stacks of Black Pearls, I think she gets 1 Atrophy. So we can knock this out of the park right away to see what this is actually supposed to look like. Alright, there's 2. Still at 2. You can't activate, right? Yeah, she can't activate her ultimate without having 4 stacks of pearls. I believe that's what it is. Do I need to give her more units or something? What's the deal? Okay. Still at 2 stacks. I guess I kind of forget what triggers it. We'll take the passive out in a minute if I can't get up there. Come on, Dragon, do some damage. Do some damage. Get the 4 stacks here. We want to see what Atrophy looks like. Okay, so she's healing and then she's getting a pearl. So let's do this one. She's got 4 pearls. Okay, now it's stacking up. It's getting like a lighter purple is going on to it. So now she's got 6, 7. Eight. What does 9 look like? Okay, so it just keeps getting lighter and lighter. So there's 9. And you can see that they're starting to have this glow about them. There's no indication if you actually have Atrophy, as far as I can see. There is these stacks of pearls showing up a bunch above her health bar though, which is kind of interesting. It's a very unique kind of way of doing things. Let us get her to like a full stacks and we'll pop her ultimate and see how that goes. What does her ultimate say? It is when casting ultimate consumes all atrophy and dispels debuffs from allies. in the hero's basic attack range and within 1 tile's around Abyssal Favor. When the ultimate is activated, each basic attack now deals 15% magic damage 30 times, increases damage by 60% to enemies with shields. The ultimate lasts for 12 seconds, cannot gain black pearls during the ultimate. Let's just wait until that gets to 12 stacks. We'll activate it and kind of see what she does. Should we do 2 more hits here? And she should have it. Okay, so after this one, she should have full stacks. Okay, there's the full stacks, and all you can see. Yeah, she does seem to be glowing though. Let me take Yuri out of there. She does have a glow about her, so I mean that's interesting. And she's shooting stuff out of her pot. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and activate this and see what happens here. Okay, so she's shooting a bunch of shots at the boss. They seem to be doing some damage. Maybe 20 seconds long. It's not a lot of damage, guys. Every time she swings it, she's getting what, 100k? It's so little. But she's not really built to be doing a ton of damage either, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, the question would be, with that ultimate doing damage like that, would it be worth it to, well, she did 30 hits. How many times? Well, a lot of times. So maybe something like the Nyx boss or something like that, or Styx boss, sorry. So that could be very useful. And now she's back to trying to get stacks. But it seems like, unless the unit's health is lower, she doesn't really start to get black pearls. I do want to look at that talent again to make sure that that's the way that's supposed to work. I question the issue with not really getting what it seems like not getting AoE damage reduction. I feel like it should be doing that, but it doesn't seem to be doing it that well. If it was doing it. Alright, so applies Abyssal Favor to one allied unit with a high stack and range. Each skill target heal grants 1 point of black pearls. So every time she heals, she gets a point of black pearls. Now, if you want to use her to get the poisons off on APOC 2, we got to make sure that this spell works as well. Is she going to be great for Abyss 1? If that AoE damage reduction is working like it's supposed to, she's going to do great. If it's not, that's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I do have to gear these guys up really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back at it again. Here, I'm just going to be testing whether or not she can get the poisons off of your team, and that's going to be the main goal here. The issue with the AoE damage reduction is kind of bugging me. I do have to figure out, should we try to do that here as well? Because most of his damage is AoE as well, so we could use that to our advantage. Let's go ahead and put down Torador and see what this first hit does. Come on now. 6100 is said. Let's try it with Nerissa. That's got to be AoE damage, right? It's got to be AoE damage. Alright, so Torador, Nerissa over here. Got the AoE damage reduction of 20%. Make sure I can see it good. Alright, here comes the hit. It was 6100 before. What are we looking at here, Toro? 4800. Okay, so the 20%, definitely 20%. So that worked. Maybe Guild Boss 1 is not AoE damage. I thought it was. It did say all targets, so I'm assuming that that's what it was. It's definitely working. So that's good news. Let's go ahead and restart and try to set up an actual team so we can get over the poison phase and check the dispels. I'll be right back when we get to poison. Alright, so here we are. We just got into the poison phase is starting now. Elowen is not on the field. She is here, but she's not on the field. So you're not going to get any debuff removal without using the ultimate. So we're going to do it the same way that we would with Elowen. As soon as the acidic venom starts to come over and apply more poisons, we're going to activate her. And it actually doesn't seem like it cleansed the poisons, did it? I had 4 stacks, so I should have had a full thing of atrophy. We're sitting here Casting that consumes all atrophy and dispels debuffs from allies in the hero's basic attack range and within one tile of heroes with Abyssal Favor. Everybody should have had their debuffs removed. Okay. Very odd. Now I have 2 stacks. Let's see if we can get to another one. I don't know if she's gonna be able to hold them off that long. We'll find out though. Okay, now live, guys, live. Oh, she's not quite there. I'll be right back to it. We'll try it again. Maybe we'll give it a little bit more of a delay. Hold on. Alright, so here we go. I have a full set of black pearls. That should be 1 atrophy. Correct? Or is that actually atrophy? I don't really know. I don't know. That's 4 black pearls. That's what's showing up here. These are the black pearls. I have 6 now. Okay, let's see what happens here. Wait for the acidic venom to hit. And make sure that it says there's more than... Okay, so we got 10 now. Let's hit. And now she cleansed. So I think like unlike Elowen, there's a little bit of a delay. When you use Nerissa, you're going to have to kind of back off a little bit. I want to see if she can come back again. So I'm going to drop a few heroes here. Let's drop out Kratos as well. I don't want to take his health down all the way. Let's see how fast she can come back to her ultimate again. She's doing some single target heals. She's still in her ultimate, so she's not getting black pearls. That's something to keep in mind. She can't stack those things. So you have to withstand 2 swings of poison. So is it going to work that well with this? I don't know. And besides the fact that her ultimate is nowhere near ready. So you're going to need yourself another cleanser. But if you're running Elowen, say over here, and you're using Nerissa instead of Ferssi, you can absolutely cleanse both. So when the first arm swings, you can cleanse with Elowen. And the second time she comes around, puts more poisons down, you use Nerissa. The third time, you're going to use Elowen. For this reason, I think that Nerissa is definitely going to be goated for APOC 2. Definitely. I just realized that now. I could put down my Elowen right here and be cleansing the whole time. You know, there's no reason not to be cleansing with Elowen. So if I have time to get her going again. Elowen's cleansing everything out anyways. So let's go ahead and, you know, we would use right when the poison's coming out. Boom. Elowen. Cleanse out. And we're gonna get hit. We're probably gonna take the boss out. But you know what I'm saying? This next time the arm comes around, you can use Nerissa. And Nerissa's gonna bring what Ferssi's bringing. He's gonna bring that AoE damage reduction. It's gonna be bringing a little bit of inspiration. She's gonna be bringing some just protection buffs in general. The dispels. Everything about her just screams APOC 2. Now, let's do some little bit of team theory for APOC 2 and see how we could actually work this out to work really well. Alright, let's get back into the hero select screen. Sorry, the video is taking so long. I always like to do my tests live in a recording style manner. That way you guys can see what my thoughts are as I'm going through the process. Okay, so I'm thinking that we're not going to run Kratos and home slice there, Castiel. We could run an ESO team, right? So in APOC 2, we could run Cyrus as your tank, which means we don't need Torador. We could run, let us see, you could run Vorn and Numera. And that could be your main damage for up on the ESO team. You're gonna need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ground units. We have 1, 2, 3. We have room for many more ground units, so we can get rid of Volca because we have Numera on the team with a damage reduction. So let's see if we can't run somebody else for... I mean, you could run Ingrid as a Lord or Leia. Leia could be better if you're trying to push top scores, simply because you're going to be running Kagiri and Sun Wukong, and for that reason, I think that would work really well. Now, we can take Ferssi out, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have room for one more ground unit. If you don't trust Numero's damage reduction, you could put a Valka back in there. Or we could go with somebody like... Oh, let me see here. There isn't really another good Watcher ground unit besides, say, Talon, which would be kind of weird. I'm not sure she'd do that well. Oh, we would just run our constants. I'm sorry. And I think this team works right here. So we have Kagiri, we have Sumukong, we have Vorn, we have Numera doing a lot of poison damage, poison explosions. This is going to work out perfectly. And then we're using Cyrus as a tank. And Cyrus as a tank works really well. He's pretty much going to be just as good as Torador, if not better. You're not going to have a defense down on the team this way. For that reason, you could opt to drop Leia and maybe drop one of these other ground units for a Rygar or something like that. But I think this team would be rather strong. So let's go ahead and put this down on the field. I'll show you how to place them and how I kind of envision this working out, okay? All right, so starting off, we're going to go with Kagiri, of course. Put your constants down. I think that Numera has far range, so we could put her back here. And then we could put Sumukong here. We would have to... Well, you could put the tank down there, actually. So we'll take Numera up. We'll put Cyrus there facing left. That way his clones can come out. And that would work out pretty well. And then we could put Sumukong down. And then we could put things like Eloin or Diao Chan. I want to say... If you want, you could put... Gotta be within inspiration range here. Put our Vorn here. Put our Nerissa down here facing up. And we would have to use... she'd have to be in this kind of range here. So if she's up here, she can actually... When her ultimate goes off, she can pop off on all these guys. Except for Nerissa and Vorn. So Vorn's kind of being left out. Vorn could come over to this spot here because he would be within that range. And you keep nobody there. And then put Nerissa up here. I think that would work out really, really well. As you can see, they seem to be pretty strong. See, we have a AoE damage reduction here. We have AoE damage reduction here. We have AoE damage reduction there. We have AoE damage reduction there. Let's see, we would have it up there as well, I think. AoE damage reduction there. Let's see here, Eloin has the AoE damage reduction. So does Diao Chan. Is she the one putting that up though? Let's change her back just to make sure. No, she's not the one doing that. Everything seems to be functioning like it's supposed to. Now, Cyrus even has the AoE damage reduction as well. And he's not even with... Oh, he is within Diao Chen's range, but she's in inspiration mode right now. And he seems to be holding on to it just fine. It's very solid and just staying up. So, with that all being said, I think it's a very strong team. And I think you're looking at a very similar kind of comp for Ibis 1 as well. But anyways, guys, I think I've fully tested her. I think I've showcased her enough to kind of show how she works, to show how strong that she is. I think she fits really well with that poison meta. Because you could run Nastia as well if you wanted to. Or you could just run your Cyrus as a tank in APOC 2. But in Ibis 1, I would say you'd want to run Nastia as a Lord and then pick a different tank for the ground. But that being said, I think that she's a very, very, very solid unit. I can't really think of any more that they could put into her and make her so that she'd be even better without being too overpowered. So she's very strong. And if you miss out on this unit, it's unfortunate, but you have more chances in the future. But anyways, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember to check out prospector.gg. If you want to see heroes ahead of time before they are released on global or even shown in the event screen, you can see them on the website. Just go over to the hero guide section and click that test server button on the top right in the filters. You'll be able to see their kits, everything about them, even suggested gear sets, and typically even the BP for those heroes. Now, besides prospector.gg, you can always come on Discord. Discord link is always in the description down below. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask in the general chat. I might see it, I might answer, or somebody else might be able to help you out as well. And we're always happy to see any kind of bragging that you have going on about what heroes you pulled, things like that. It's all fun and games. But anyways, I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time. keep digging.